So in this segment, we're talking about the secret sauce, and this is some tips, advice, strategies for you to be able to use that most people don't know about, or maybe they heard about it, but they don't know how to do it. This one, I'm gonna keep it simple for you. It's automating your Google reviews, especially for New Year's Eve. The reason why this is so important is because it's New Year's Eve. You're gonna get a lot more traffic, a lot more people coming through, and as we all know, in the hospitality industry, there's always something that can go wrong. And the last thing you want is for your brand to take a hit online because of a small mistake. Sometimes it is easily a rectifiable situation. And so when you have a Google or reputation management strategy in place, it allows you to be able to monitor, social listen to everything that's going on, the conversations that are happening around your brand. Now, using AI marketing software allows you to automate this process in a very hypersensitive way. And that means you're able to filter out bad reviews and not in a malicious or scammy kind of way. It's more so to be able to provide a better customer service experience for your client. And again, we know in the hospitality industry, a server could be having a bad day, a bartender could just be off, and it's not really who that person is, and it's not a representation of the brand. And the last thing you want to do is take a hit by somebody leaving a review of something over, an employee that they're not even really that way. They just had a bad moment. And so when you're able to incorporate some AI marketing software technology that automates your Google reviews, a way that this looks is this. Someone comes to your establishment, sit down, they eat, they leave. Automatically, a Google, not a Google, but a email gets sent to them asking them how was their experience, and it rates it 1 through 5. If they give you anything under a 3, then automatically an email gets sent to management, and then they get a follow-up email, or not, it's not even a follow-up email. It's a form that pops up and says, "Hey, tell us about your bad experience," and we'll have a manager contact you to be able to rectify the situation immediately. And so, again, this is all automated. uh, Manager, your head of management, hospitality, you get a email saying, "Hey, you got a bad review," and then there'll be the form there that talks about, what the customer said was not good for them, and then it is your job as an establishment to follow up with them right away and to win that customer back in. Now, if they did have a good experience and they leave a 4 or 5 star on the form, on the filter form, what happens is they'll receive a link to Google to be able to put that review on Google. Now, the caveat here is you want to offer them something like maybe like a free dessert or 10% off your next visit, because that incentivizes them to come back in, but it also gives them that incentive to go ahead and leave that review on Google. And so that's a great way to be able to filter your reviews. And this is all automated, so you don't have to put any manpower or time behind doing this. The other great thing about getting better Google reviews is it helps you on search, right? So when someone searches your business on Google, Google prioritizes better reviews, and so they will push that up your feed a lot faster, and you will rank a lot better with more reviews. And my wife is a Yelp queen. She's always looking at reviews. And so we will not go to a place based on a review, and we will go to a place based on a review. So as you're thinking about your business, think about how many more customers would you get if you had a 4.9, a 4.8 Google review, or even a 5 star Google review, because that could be the tipping point as to why more people aren't coming, and why they're not showing up is because of your Google review. So that's something, some special sauce a lot of people know, but they don't know how to make it work to their advantage. Using AI marketing software technology is one of those ways to do it.
Really, really, really good point. Another thing that I want to just kind of like bounce off of that before I go into a message is that what I want business owners to understand is that it's a couple things that Google has done here as of late. So they've shifted their algorithm as well in the fact that it operates much like Instagram or all your other social media does.
Yeah.
So when you get a review, it's very imperative that your reaction on what your response is, whether it be good or bad, is in a timely fashion. So you want to look at responding to your reviews within 24 to 36 of the time that they make the review. Because what that does, as well as what you said about their rankings, that does help increase your ranking as well. Especially when you are categorized, when you set up your Google Business account according to what cuisine you want. So if you're a barbecue spot, there's others in the area, but you prioritize responding back to your Google reviews. If we're in the area and we type in barbecue, whatever, then yours will come up first. Also, another thing with that is on the UGC influencer marketing side, which we're going to get to in another time, because they are giving Google reviewers involved in social media community of its own. And so the more that you review, they boost you up, and Google rewards you with even the possibility of becoming partnerships with them. So that incentivizes people to do a lot more Google reviews and be more detailed about their food. Going back to what we said earlier about the presentation making Instagrammable. So like I just want businesses to be to go to work. You know, the Google business profile for location, but because that's everybody's default way of getting a place, even finding to get there, they want to make sure that they are, in the top search category for that as well. So I definitely want business owners to be, they move forward, alongside what you said with using.
Yeah, those are great points. Really good points. And I'm glad you brought that up because the AI marketing software, should also be able to respond to Google reviews as well too. So I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because now in today's society with the AI that's out there, and again, I'm using these tools already. And so, yes, that is a huge point. And so if you're looking into some sort of AI marketing technology, again, you need to have experts that are managing this is because you have to train these bots, right? This AI bot, you have to train the answers. And so, it's one of those things where you got to put some time and effort into this bot so that it can answer these questions the right way. Because, like you said, whether it's a negative or a positive, you want to answer it regardless, and that's going to help push you up the rankings. And so, to have a all-encompassing software AI technology that can do that for your brand is just going to help you to have one less thing on your mind, one less employee doing something. I mean, that's important, but they could be doing more important things, right? Like actually answering that complaint as opposed to trying to respond to it online. So yeah, great point. Great point.
That was really good. One of the things you and I are having this conversation every day about secret sauce. As much as so it's almost like 10 years ago. But I think especially at a time around New Year's Eve and or major, where there is a lot of alcohol consumption and there's things that you want to think about it. You can be just better, just in a more service for your customers is Uber and Lyft tolls. And so what Uber does is they allow you to create event vouchers where you can give people coming specifically to your business for your event. You can give them a specialized coupon code and they can use it for a either there or back, or they can split it up. So I want to share real quick, like where you would go to as a business. Hold on one second.
That's awesome. I love that concept.
It's really, really cool, bro. So, you go to Uber.com and you go back to that event, and this is where you do it. So now you can do this even if you offer meals. So it can be
Oh, wow.
it could be used for meals, or it could be for either or. So let's say you're doing an event, you want to do it for, you see, you can do it for virtuals as well. So you can do all of these various promotions. You can
Great.
and you can go into it. So you can go into here and you see, I'm not going to open the account, but this is the page. You can go through here and set up a business account. Now, a couple of things that are really noteworthy for this a couple of things that you do. So one of the capabilities you can set a threshold, right?
Mm.
So, say for your event, if you're doing a New Year's Eve event and you only want to set your threshold up for $3,000, you only want that's what you want your maximum to be on that. You can set your threshold for $3,000 or whatever said figure it is. You can get
unless you want. So you can say, I want $3,000, but I want it to only be used this much credit per customer
Mm.
per ride. And the good part of it, also, they only if the threshold for $300, but let's say only $100 is used, I'm only charged as a business person.
Yeah.
So that's the cool part about it.
Yeah.
It really is. You set your threshold, and so if you're talking about the P&L, you set that you can set that out, and it won't go beyond that. You know
Right.
what I mean? So you can set, you can get even more detail. So you can go as far as like it can be used. So if you only want to do customers within your neighborhood, let's say you
Right.
want that to be something that neighborhood, you want to say, I want to just dictate this within a 5 to 7 mile radius of our actual physical location. Anybody that wants to be able to use it. But also, I just got an email the other day that you can really personalize your invitation. So like, let's say you have a special New Year's Eve marketing video that you want to share. You can attach that to the invitation, the digital invitation, and then they can open it up and see what videos and do that.
Right.
So that's really cool. But another thing that I thought too, for businesses that are in like traffic districts, think about it. Just to get people all, things, there's so many different things, and I know that you do in the traffic area. Parking is a major issue. And, it's, I'm just seeing these news on Instagram where it's like, I got to ride that place 2 times. Like, that's another destination. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I think that the good thing about the event vouchers, marketing software, your secret sauce strategy, is looking at doing something long term. So you can make it if you want to just, if you want to do it every, you can make it and another thing I thought about, so maybe you do events, but maybe long term, all of your loyalty members monthly they get a right credit to come visit your establishment. And so what that does, if you do, you do dinner or whatever, it gives you um it expands your availability to be able to reach your consumers and to build customer loyalty. Because
Right.
going back to what we were saying earlier about, when your servers or your bartenders are interacting with customers, you know that if you sign up for our loyalty program, we offer you a Uber credit or a Uber for Uber Eats. If you have Uber Eats ability to the restaurant at your venue, could be something that you do as well. And just, you know,
Yeah.
for me, a cool marketing incentive, especially when we're talking about New Year's Eve events. This is a good loving safety thing to do.
Yeah.
And, um, and because it can be used one per customer for event goers, even if you're thinking about carpooling. So let's say, what I'm saying, you and I, like, we're gonna do a double thing for a New Year's Eve party. Use my code going, and then you could use your code going back.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's kind of like some low hanging fruit that I'm not really seeing a lot of businesses use in the capability that thing has. Like I said, I was first introduced to it in New Year's Eve 2014,
Mm.
20, going into 2016, working at the Grill Village. I always thought that was really cool, but the way that they
Right.
really cool. And so I just managed, like, Super Bowl and a couple of other major events annually. And that would be really something that I think that a lot of restaurants and bars and club venues can definitely lean into. Just give it just that little extra thing that would make people pick your venue over another venue when they're looking at trying to where they're going.
For sure. I mean, that's, until you told me that, I didn't know about it, and I've been doing marketing forever. So that's definitely one of those secret sauce moments right there, man. That's why we wanted to bring this segment to life, as I think about the different marketing that you could do just around that, It's you're bringing people to your business, and like you say, you're making it personal. There's so many ways that you can incentivize that and break that down. And you know, man, to the people listening, I know this is it's going to be a real jewel for them. I appreciate you showing that, so people know where to find it, man. I'm excited to see people in the comments just talking about, how much that's helped their business and the fact that they didn't even know about it, just like myself. Um, and that's why, we do the gold standard, for information just like this. In fact, our next segment, we're going to be talking about $1 million strategies for your business. And even if you're a mom and pop, you might not be doing $1 million right now, but you can still take these strategies to scale your business. And so don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with more.